Hello and thanks for joining us for some landscape photography chat. As you can see today I'm joined by the lovely Mrs. G, who you may have heard tell of if you've watched any of my previous videos. We're in the studio which we've spared no expense decorating for this festive edition, and what we thought we might do is something a little bit different. Let me explain. It was about November 2018 when I was lucky enough to spend an evening at Gary Goff's studio in Elland, where we had an evening with Tom Heaton. Really interesting evening. Now I'm a fan of Tom's. I really enjoy his YouTube channel and I like his work, and why wouldn't you? So I was lucky enough to get a signed calendar for 2019. Came home all excited and put it on the kitchen wall, and on the first of every month I turned it over for the new picture, and the lovely Mrs. G had something to say about every single one of them. Now I should hasten to add, the lovely Mrs. G is by no means a photographer. She has no clue what she's talking about.
Quite good.
Yeah, all right. Anyway, oh, and by the way, I don't want you to worry that this channel is going to turn into a Tony and Chelsea, because this is just a bit of a festive one-off. And I don't want to offend Tom, so if you do happen to tune in, Tom, I'm really sorry. This is just a bit of fun. I'm going to be the counsel for the defence because, as I said, I'm a fan of Tom's work. Now, Jan has made notes, and she's going to critique each of the images from Tom's 2019 landscape photography calendar. And I'm going to counter those notes based on my photography expertise, such as it is. So, without further ado, let's crack on. We're starting, of course, with January. There's the post-it note. Over to you, Mrs. G.
Right, well, I thought that bush was there unnecessarily. It just doesn't fit in with the rest of it, as far as I'm concerned. I would have either dug it up or edited it out.
Okay.
Yep.
I can just see you digging a bush up.
So that's January.
Now, let me put the case for the defence, if I may. I'm going to struggle with this one because I do kind of agree. So that's
Okay.
sorry, Tom, that's not a good start. Let's move on.
Right.
February is a picture from Iceland.
Well, as pretty as it is, I really think he should have waited for a bit of a sunny day because it looks so gloomy. I quite like the pond, but it's just a bit dark.
Yeah, I'm sure that Tom had a limited amount of time there and maybe did wait, and that was as good a day as he got. So what he's done, I think, extremely well is convey the drama of the scene in a location where that's pretty much standard conditions at that time of year.
Okay.
All right. I think that's 1-1, don't you, so far? So Northern Ireland for March.
Yes, now this could have done with a bit of cropping, I think. I like the middle bit. There is no need for all that black at the top. Yeah, I would have just cropped it and made it really sort of that colour in the middle. I think that would have been better.
Okay. Again, I'm going to actually find it difficult to counter this one.
Okay.
Mostly because what you've got to bear in mind is this is a calendar, so he's got a specific aspect ratio to work with in every image.
Right.
So if he cropped the top and bottom, which may have been slightly better, only a little crop, it would have made it too landscape and it wouldn't have fitted the calendar.
Well, maybe take a different picture then.
Oh, zing. April, Patagonia, and some absolutely beautiful mountains.
Yes, I like the mountains actually, and I like the sky. So that's a third of the picture. I know it's a bit samey, but I'm kind of going to the same thing. I don't like the bottom bit.
Right. Is that it?
Yeah.
You just don't like the bottom bit?
No.
Okay.
It's brown.
A lot of nature is brown.
Yeah, but it's too brown.
Too brown. Okay. Again, struggle to counter that one. There are elements of... I'd have to agree with that. But I do like the lake. I think the shape of the lake is really nice, and it sort of reflects the gap in the mountains a little bit. So the image is actually really nicely balanced, and what we go for as landscape photographers is balance.
Okay, fair enough then. We'll cut these bits off, have the lake, and go
so
like
it's portrait. Yeah, actually, that would
That's
be,
what I would have done.
that would be quite good. Yeah. Gosh.
I'm not bad, am I?
No, not bad at all. Oh, The famous Namibian desert shot. I really enjoyed the vlog that went with this one. It was one of Tom's really interesting travel vlogs as well.
So he says. Who's to say that that isn't just an orange wall?
Sorry.
There's no context in the picture. Sorry, Tom. There is no context at all. And no disrespect to the Dutch, but I'm not a big fan of orange. It just doesn't work for me. That tree could be anywhere and that could just be an orange wall.
Yes.
To go all the way to Namibia just for some orange.
Wow.
That's a long way.
That's savage. That is savage. That is okay. Actually, without knowing, if you just saw the image,
you would think it was an orange wall, wouldn't you?
I'm
Because
really
as
sorry,
soon as I
Tom.
saw it, I thought that, and when I read the blurb, I thought, yeah, he says he's gone to Namibia.
No, but I've seen the film. He definitely went.
Fair enough.
He
Okay.
definitely went.
All right. Well, shouldn't have bothered. Just find an orange wall.
Tom, I'm really, really sorry. Okay. June. This is, where's this one from? It's called Approaching Storm. It's oh yeah, probably a beach in the northeast, I would suggest.
Well, a bit depressing. If you worked in the Samaritan's office, you wouldn't put this up on the notice board. Let's just put it like that.
I think it's rather fabulous. I love the mood. I love the palette. I think the foreground rock, the way it dominates the bottom third, is superb. But what do I know? Where
I'm
are we
the
now?
voice of the people, you see.
So, and there was me hoping that this signed calendar from Tom Heaton would one day become a family heirloom. But I noticed that Bobby's flea powder treatment has been written on it, so I suspect that might devalue it slightly. Okay, so we're as far as July. Bear with us, we're past halfway. And this time we've got a birchwood in Finland.
Yes, and I can see why he thought that might be a good picture. But I would have found more silver trees for a start. There's only 3 in there. And there's all these ones lying down at the bottom, which is just untidy.
So you'd have gone in and tidied the forest
No,
up.
I would have found a tidier bit of the forest
Okay.
with more silver trees, maybe.
But maybe it's an allegory of life and death. Maybe it's the new generation. Yeah, I'm
I
reaching here.
just think he couldn't be bothered to find a tidy bit, really.
Okay, I can't defend that. I don't know. Tom, write in and let me know what you were thinking.
Sorry, Tom.
Morning glow, August, a really nice sunrise shot. Again, not sure where this one's from, but
This is a very dark one. It's a bit of a theme, really, with young Tom. Very dark. There's a nice bit right in the middle, and I like that bit. I like the colours.
and I see from your notes, what was your big piece of advice on this one? Come on.
Lose the puddle.
Thank you very much. September, autumn light in the Lake District.
It's got potential, this picture, but unfortunately the trees are all the wrong shape. They're all over the place, really. There's fat ones, tall ones. The rest of it's quite nice, and I quite like the colours, but it's just a bit messy.
I'm going to defend this one quite aggressively.
Okay.
Because for me, the reflections are spectacular. It really captures the mood of the Lake District, which is a hodgepodge of all sorts of different trees. The misty background that separates these foreground trees works really well. As you said, the muted palette is lovely. I just think it's got a really nice mood and
But
atmosphere
why is
about
that
it.
one so green? That sticky up one?
Well, because that's one of those ones that doesn't lose its leaves in
Yes,
autumn.
but it looks like it's been... These are all misty and that one's really like... standing there all...
It is,
bright.
but juxtaposition can be quite effective in landscape photography. I think I win that one. Ah, now this, again, another autumn trees one, back in Patagonia.
Yes, well, it's funny you should say Patagonia, because first thing I thought was, this is quite oriental. I should like it because I've dissed all the dark ones and I should like the nice colours and everything. But it's just a bit jazzy.
Okay. Yes. Jazzy, that's quite a good word, I suppose, but I really quite like it. I love the texture in the tree trunk.
I like the tree trunk.
But that's pretty much the main thrust of the image.
Yeah, well, okay.
I'm not selling it, am I?
No.
Okay. Almost there. November. This is the Lake District again.
Yes, and my note actually says should have cropped out the dark bits, which I stand by because it's beautiful. A third of the picture is absolutely beautiful. Don't like the rest.
My defence of this image starts with the fact that when you have a small area that is spectacular in an image, the counterpoint to that is that what we're saying is, here's that one little bit where the light is hitting, here's that one little bit that has colour and vibrancy, but the rest of the scene is brooding and moody. And that, again, it's back to that juxtaposition. So without the brooding and moody, you've just got, a nice...
Spectacular.
Okay. Let's move on. So finally,
December.
Arctic Mist from Norway.
Very grey, like an Ingmar Bergman film. I've got nothing against grey. It can be very nice. I mean, it's like when you wanted to paint this wall. This wall was actually painted for this purpose, as a backdrop. Now, when he said to me, paint the wall, he's going to paint the wall grey, I thought, okay. And what I had in mind was a kind of farrow and ball, elephant's breath, or something really pretty. And what do I get? B&Q Borstal. It really is. I mean, HMP is stamped all over it. And I shouldn't really be against grey because I do like it in some I mean, I've got a grey cat, we've got 2 grey cars, I've got a grey top on, I've got grey hair. I've got nothing against grey, but this is too grey.
I think this is absolutely spectacular. I think this is a jaw-dropping image. It takes you from within about 6 inches in front of the camera right through to a mountain peeking out of the mist in the background. It's got ice, it's got boulders, it's got texture.
Yeah, but if he had some colours in it, it would be really lovely.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, the water is not that colour.
No, but
you do realise that people make a very good living these days of colouring in things that are grey, like old black and white photos and things like that. I mean, and films.
Okay.
It's an industry.
It is an industry.
So to make something grey deliberately does seem a bit odd. It's like buying a black and white television.
Tom...
But that's arty-farty for you.
Tom, I'm really, really sorry. I have honestly tried to defend you, and I can tell I failed miserably because I haven't swayed any of the opinions. Anyway, listen, I'm going to leave it there for this one. Thank you ever so much for tuning in. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you. Sorry, Tom. I mean, I'm sure if you just practiced a bit more, you'd be fine.
And on that bombshell, cheers. Happy Christmas.
Cheers, Tom. Cheers, everyone.
Oh, my God. We're ready to go. Are you okay? Clear your throat. Make sure everything's sorted.
I'm as ready as I'm going to be. Okay.
Right, perfect. Hello and thanks for joining us for some landscape photography chat. As you can see, I've blown it already. Let's start again. I'm supposed to be a professional. I can't do that. And I haven't even had a drink. That's only a prop.
Too much?
No, perfect. Loved it. That'll do nicely.
My nose has been running since about July.
Don't worry. I can edit that.
No, but I desperately wanted to go like that and I didn't. Anyway, at least we did it kind of in one flow.
Yeah, oh well, there'll be a few edits.
Oh, of course, yes. But I mean,
Perfect.
At least it's not stopping and starting.
It's in the can.
Yeah.